Hello, this is John, and I wanted to just go over my idea for my orc list for 9th edition. So I haven't had a chance really to test this yet. I'm going to try it out tomorrow, but just kind of I played a few games and just basically kind of seeing what's going on. I think this is what I'm going to start to run with. So basically, looking for any feedback or anything that's kind of suggestions or whatnot. It is a triple patrol, and so before we start talking about command points, when in 8th edition, when I needed a lot of command points, I typically had the relic shock attack gun. I had a lot of maybe infantry that I wanted to shoot twice, so I was doing more DACA, things like that. So I feel like I don't necessarily need all that uploaded stuff, and what I've done is a lot of custom jobs and things like that. So I'm going to try this out and see how it works, and then I'll show you kind of what we got. So first basic patrol would be, so I have a war trike now that the war boss is not available, which I had him in here previously, but since he's been removed, I just have a war trike. Good thing that they did do the FAQ now where these guys can kind of protect him. They did it originally where they couldn't, and then it was only wound 10 vehicles could, but now they fixed that, and so they can. So this is my new unit that I just got, which is 3 Megatrack scrap jets, and so going to do them as a unit, give them the custom job for the so they could basically consolidate and attack again. I think those guys are going to be really key. So this is all Evil Sons, obviously. Then I have 2 truck boys. So I have 1 truck boy. It's sorry that some of the stuff's not finished and painted, but just basically like 10 shooter boys with one with the power stabba. I have another thing of truck boys, which is 10 choppa boys with the big choppa. So that's basically kind of the Evil Sons list. So once again, losing a command point for that custom job there. And I think, I'm not quite sure, but I think I'm going to probably take him as my warlord. And the idea would be to, what is it, brutal but cunning? Or the one where it lets him redeploy certain units, maybe. So I'm trying to kind of decide on what warlord trait I want to do. Deathskulls is obviously very strong, so like, and that's kind of my main army. I just don't have everything painted as Deathskulls. So but this patrol is basically, I have a war boss, and then I have 10 shooter boys with a power claw and a big shooter. They're gonna ride in the battle wagon with the death roller, and then a cannon and 2 big shooters. I'm then gonna have 10 other shooter boys with a rocket. Oh, sorry, we're gonna switch this up. So they're gonna ride in that. The big shooter unit's gonna ride in the truck, and then I have 2 single death copters with rockets, and then I have 3 mega knobs. The main, the knob basically has a rocket, combi rocket, and then he has a combi rocket also too. So once again, the ability to kind of re-roll hits, and I really love rockets and everything in my Deathskulls. They've always been really good. And the plan for this is to give that a custom job that's the 3 up armor save and 5 up invulnerable save. And then the war boss, the mega knobs, and 10 dudes would ride in that. And then I'll spend 2 most likely to deep strike him. So those guys would come in reserve. So I think having something that can come in that's with some OBSEC and some stuff that could shoot, if I needed to do like a 3d6 charge on it, I could. So I think that would be pretty strong to kind of save it for turn 3 almost if needed. So over here, it's the last patrol, and this is just a simple kind of Bad Moons one. I just finished painted this up and everything for 8th edition, and I'm still happy with it. So even though I know that Visions in the Smoke is really strong with something like that for an Evil Sons list, but it's Bad Moons just to kind of re-roll 1. So the custom job that I gave that is to give it the big boomer. So that's kind of my big boomer that I did. And we're gonna have a mech with a custom force field, 10 grots, and then I'm going to have just a DAC cadet. So I don't have a burner bomber, or else I'd kind of try them, but I'm curious as to the DAC cadet to try them out. So the idea here is obviously those can ride in there, so everything can be kind of mounted up. And then what we're looking to do is deep strike that. I should be left, if I deep strike that, I should be left with 3 command points. And the idea is if I went second, then he would, I would deploy him basically outside of that and then do the stratagem that makes it the big 18-inch custom force field to kind of protect all my stuff for first turn, to hopefully get them so that they can move up faster. And then basically these guys would kind of be my backfield objectives, so they'll stay in there or get out as needed if they need to hold an objective. This is mainly to move up and then to, you know, shoot target characters, anything like that, specific units. And then over here, like objective grabbers, go move up on objective, grab that, deep strike in maybe in the middle of the board to try to hold some stuff. Over here, we're gonna most likely have probably the 2 trucks and all this stuff move up as one. And so if I do get first turn, being able to move those guys, and then with Evil Sons being +2 movement, and then advancing +2, being able to charge with him, potential first turn charges like on all this stuff. And so this is what I'm going to use as my distraction to basically kind of get into their units first, and then the trucks will be riding right behind them. So hopefully, you know, people want to kill this stuff and not kill the trucks. They'll give them a turn to maybe get on an objective or something like that on the other deployment edge. So we'll see how it lasts and kind of what happens, but that's the general rule of thumb. If I didn't go, or if I did end up going first, you know, I would obviously save those 3 command points. You get another one, so that's 4. Then I'm thinking about doing things, you know, really the command points I'd be using would be more DACA, right, for that thing to hit on 5s and 6s maybe, or maybe that, depending upon how, like if there's a character or something like that that I really had to kill or something along those lines. And other than that, that's kind of about it. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll run from there. So thanks once again. If you have any suggestions or anything, just let me know and leave a comment. Thank you.